How's it going, everybody? Wildman Wes here, and welcome to day 14 of What's Your Poison's 24 Beers of Christmas. Yesterday, Pipeworks had a decent attempt at having spruce tips in their IPA, so let's see what we get in store for today's mystery beer. I'm excited. Okay, so from Pollyanna Brewing in Lamont, Illinois, we've got Mild Jitters. So this is an English mild ale with tugboat coffee added in. Let's double check the ABV on this one. Let's see, 4%. So theoretically, ABV style, this is a patio pounder, but being an English mild, it's going to be a little bit dark, it's going to be a little bit bitter, and with the coffee in here, you may not want to pound these too quickly. I mean, unless you're going to work, but if you're working, unless you're working at a brewery, but you know, I digress. So we're just going to pop this open, and we're going to get our Holly Jolly mug. Okay, so we do have slight dark color to this. Pretty good head on this one too. I mean, light brown, so it's not too dark. So let's just okay. Getting a coffee note on this, a dry biscuit. So all right, we're off to a good start. So let's have a sip. Yeah, you know what? Put that right there. Nice. This is very nice. It's very light in body, very light on the mouthfeel. Coffee is not too heavy, and it's got that little bitter in there. So, I mean, it's kind of like drinking a black coffee, but not decaf, because, well, I mean, I guess you could say uppers, downers. Anyways, you know, I'm just talking too much. I'm missing Hefe a little bit because he's kind of the one that knows more than I do, but yeah, it is what it is. But regardless, this is a very well balanced English mild, and they're very hard to pull off sometimes. And this one, Pollyanna, you understood the assignment, so very nice job. Well, I'm going to finish out this English mild real quick, and once I'm done with that, we're going to go on to our holiday movie of the day. So stick around. Alright, now that I've let that beer settle a little bit, it's time to talk about the movie of the day. So, we've heard of Dasher and Dancer and Prancer and Vixen and Comet and Cupid and Donner and Blitzen. We've also heard about
that red-nosed one?
Yeah, Rudolph, but we're not talking about them today. We're going to be talking we're going to be talking about a reindeer that's not theoretically a reindeer. No, we're going to be talking about 2018's Elliot, the Littlest Reindeer. This is an animated film. I'm not sure, I can't remember exactly what studio made it, but they definitely didn't hold back when it came to the CGI animation. And you know what? It holds up pretty well. I'm going to get rid of the proverbial reins of this review. I'm going to pass it off to Becca, and she's gonna give you a rundown of what this movie's about.
So it's about a little miniature horse that desperately wants to be a reindeer, and he trains and does everything he can to make sure that he hits all the points of reindeer games, so to speak. But since he's a miniature horse, he has to do what the miniature horses do, which is to lead the goats on the goat run for his local farm.
Sounds like such a bad job.
While Elliot is doing his little job of herding the goats, so to speak, to raise money for the farm, we find out that there is somebody that's wanting to buy the farm, and she's telling the owner all about how she gives them the best home, and she's going to do so well by them, and you can tell, like, he's desperate for money. You know, he's gonna lose everything. But amidst all of this, one of Santa's reindeers decides to retire and go get a tiki bar on the beach. He's tired of the cold. So all of the reindeer that were on the farm, they're like, yeah, we're gonna send our best one, who's like a total jock. Ugh. And talks in the third person.
Yeah.
Just so y'all know. Ugh, I hate that. Anyways, so Elliot and one of his goat buddies stow away in the flying car sled
Yeah, pretty
thing,
much.
whatever it is. And they go up to the North Pole to go and join these reindeer games. And Elliot wears a little disguise. He's got a little Christmas hat with antlers because he has to be a reindeer to compete in the reindeer games. And he blows everyone away, especially for his tiny stature. But then it all comes crashing down when they realize that he is in fact a horse. Or they keep calling him a pony, which is just rude. But he becomes the underdog, and he saves Christmas. Like, Santa was gonna give up on all of his reindeer. He was gonna go to all of these automated car sled things. I'd take a little miniature horse for Santa's sleigh.
I agree on that one too.
Let's talk about what we like and what we don't like.
All right, let's talk about what we like first.
Go for it.
All right. So I got a lot of things that I do like about this film. I mean, I know with the summary that Becca gave you, there might be some things that were left out, and that's all right, because this movie, even though it's standard hour 20, there was a lot going on. One of the things that I did like about it was the whole concept of that automation where Santa didn't want to, but he had no choice because all the reindeer went and did a whole bunch of other things. They went to go find themselves in one way or another. And a lot of it, there was this big conspiracy where one of his main elves is the culprit of getting them to, he manipulates them to leave because he's just tired of the reindeer being there, and he just, he wants the elves to have their day. The elves will have their day. Whoa, yeah. But anyways,
Lazy and didn't want to take care of the reindeer.
Yeah, no, that's pretty much what it was. Apart from that, the story, very funny. The flirting between the owner of the farm and the woman that's investigating the North Pole. There's some flirtation going on there, and
it's so awkward.
The thing was, the jokes and the flirtation, like the double entendres, almost started going into Shrek-style comedy, which it worked though.
It worked beautifully.
Other than that, the voice cast, I like some of the people that were in it. I mentioned the woman that's investigating the North Pole. It's Morena Baccarin, who plays, I believe I pronounced her name, but Vanessa from the Deadpool series. Awesome. Also, she was Dr. Leslie Tompkins on Gotham. We also have people like Jeffa Dunham.com. Anyways, other than that, Martin Short plays the woman trying to buy the farm, which is kind of funny. He's got a great range of voices. One that I was really particularly happy about was John Cleese playing, I believe it was Donner. Donner, who retired from being a reindeer, and his son is the jock that talks to him about himself in the third person. So it's kind of cool. I liked the story a lot of how there was so many, not just one or two characters that take control of the whole narrative of what's going on, but it's an ensemble movie. So
no, there's so much going on. It's one of those, while it is absolutely kid friendly, it's good for adults too, if you ask me.
Oh yeah.
It's one that I'd watch again.
Fair enough on that. Anything else that you like about it?
I just like little ponies. I'm sorry, miniature horses.
We'll forgive you.
Thanks.
Right. So time to talk about what we don't like. Go first on this one.
There wasn't honestly that much that I didn't like about it.
Okay.
A little bit predictable, but not. There's a lot going around in it. It's not like our movie from yesterday where you know how it's going to happen, and they did it in a way that baffled you. This one, it was one of those, it had more predictability.
Yeah, no, and I totally get where you're coming from, and now that you bring that up too, it's the whole situation where the main elf was behind the whole manipulation of getting all the reindeer, just the way how the character presented himself at the beginning of the film and throughout. You just kind of had an idea, and you're just thinking, you know what? And then once, he finally admits to it, you're just like, we knew all along. We knew all along, and you know what? Yeah, that's the only bad thing that I can think of in this whole movie.
That's really it, and that's where, I would love to have our kid grow up and watch this.
She is.
Okay, good.
All right.
Good, we're on the same page.
So now it's time to grade the film. I'm going to go ahead. I'm a solid A.
I was going to say an A as well. This is one I'd watch again.
Wow, 2 for 2 on a unanimous. Wow, that's pretty impressive so far.
Look at us go.
Yeah, right? Well, folks, we hope you enjoyed our review on both the beer and Elliot, the Littlest Reindeer. If you've had the beer and seen this film and agree with us, leave a thumbs up. And if you don't, you can leave a thumbs down. We totally understand. Also, make sure, share on social media. Push that little red button. Ring that bell. Check out Hefe at Beer You, Beer Me. And we will see you tomorrow for day 15 of What's Your Poison's 24 Beers of Christmas and a movie. Until then, I'm Wildman Wes.
I'm Rebecca.
And we will see you tomorrow. Take care.